Hey everybody, Andy here, AK Bant-2022, and we're back for round 2 of our Vintage League with Bant. We did not win the die roll here. I think this hand is okay. On the draw, it feels a little bit slow. Like we're just literally dead to Bazaar. I think I'm going to try it. Mental misstep is the only reason to keep this hand. That maybe we can temper our opponent to just ever so slightly enough to get into the game with our bears. But this is a little bit of a loose keep. If we find a Mox off the top, of course, it gets a lot better. Okay, so we are playing against Bazaar. Now, if our opponent doesn't do anything, like that's reasonable. Hollow One's going to be a lot more difficult to manage if they have that, but because Lavinia is one of our best cards. Now, it's a tall ask for them not to have anything else here. I think I just got to be proactive and take the pumping this thing ability away. And hopefully they don't have a Hollow One here. Okay, great. We did get a Mox. I don't think the Mox accomplishes what we're looking for it to do right now, though. It's an off-colored Mox. Thalia is not very good against these decks. The Hogak Vine, it's not doing enough in my opinion. I think I just play a Flooded Strand, and I'm going to pass turn. And we just have to hope that they don't have anything going on here. Lavinia is very good against their deck, so if we somehow can get lucky and avoid them going off this turn. Okay, Deathrite's a good one. Okay, they didn't use their Bazaar. How peculiar, guys. So I can time walk here. Right? I can actually time walk. I'm going to get a double white source because actually I should get a green source here. No, I'm going to get double white, I think, because my hand is predominantly white, and if I get wasted off of it. So let's do a time walk and see what we can do here. It shouldn't have any answers to this. And if we find another mana source here, and we did. The problem is that I need both of these colors, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to play Lavinia, and my opponent can gack me somewhere down the line here. That's the problem card for sure. Play my Mox now, it doesn't matter. I have to incentivize them to Vigor it because they shouldn't be able to do anything with it. The problem is with Thalia, you need to be cognizant that Thalia will turn on the ability to force a Vigor through my Lavinia. So Gak is now the problem card that we need to worry about, but other than that, we're safe. Well, I shouldn't say that for sure. They can still pump their root walls up and such. But next turn, we're going to slam an Archon, and that's going to make life a lot more reasonable for us. Now, hopefully they don't have a Hogak in hand. A Hogak gets countered anyways. What am I talking about? Wasteland. Okay. So they did find a Wasteland. Just going to pump the root wall here. Seiju. Okay, well, we have more lands. That was really weird play from my opponent. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how we even stayed in this game is beyond my understanding, but I think well, I'm definitely getting a green source here because that's all I have. We are officially out of white sources other than my Mox and Lotus, so, but we've got our best 2 white creatures in play here. We're going to sneak in here. Mhm. So we are in a pretty heated race here. And we are currently losing it. Them getting this land here, it's going to take them 2 turns to get it to work, but I'm just pumping, yep. So we do need some help. Swords would be fantastic. Okay, I do like Noble Hierarch here. The issue that we have, I think I just have to get Thali in while I can do it. And I'm just going to plow in here. All right, your go. Remember, guys, you can only cast 1 spell a turn. My opponent is tapping their land. It's going to come into play tapped. Root Wall is getting me pretty good here. We might need to find some help here. This thing is chipping away at me pretty solidly. Vigor is terrible. I think I'm going to take 1 more hit from it, and then I will start chump blocking with the Oof. There we go. That's evening the score here. Like, we are starting to get in here. And the Exalted with the Archon is going to be solid. Vigor was a bad draw. Lavinia, folks. So powerful. Now, what would be not a very good card for me to see would be a Blazing Root Walla. They can pump this up and then pump a Blazing Root Walla. But I guess I could just hold my Thalia back. Will they come in? Yep. I don't think they're going to pump here. Nope. They're going to cast something else. I was going to say they're cheeky. Yeah, another DRS. Okay. I can live with that. They're going to gain a couple life here. Okay. So they could double block here. That's the problem. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attack with my Archon. I realize they can gain a couple life here. Okay. I feel a lot better now because I have the Noble Hierarch in play and they can't do anything to it. So, okay, there's their life gain. Of note, there is 2 creatures in the graveyards that they can gain life off of. So that will buy them some time. My best draw, I think, is Swords to Plowshares. This has turned into more of a game than I thought it would. When I resolved the Lavinia, I was feeling a lot more confident about the state of the game. But of course, this is starting to get near critical, and my opponent being able to drain me is something. What is this? Are they hard casting a Vengevine? Very nice. They did not attack. Okay. Black Lotus is looking pretty poor here. So it's going to be close. It's going to be close. They have to gain life next turn because I am presenting lethal damage. I can kill the Vengevine. Okay, let's see what they do. They know they have to try and win here. I feel like I have the luxury of double blocking this. It's not ideal because the Vengevine will kill both my creatures. Do I need to do that? It's just going to be attacking in again next turn, and I can double jump it again. Problem is that I'm feeding the graveyard with creatures too. If I take it, it puts me to 4, and they can drain me, and then I drain them again. And then they drain me again. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I think I might just have to double block the vine. This doesn't feel ideal, but I'm kind of feeling like we're in a tough spot here. That was a nice line from them. Okay, Liberator's a good one. Mm-hmm. Just doing it again. They drained me that time. Smart. All right, guys. There you have it. I mean, the Liberator was a nice draw. My opponent cannot get the vine back from the yard because of the presence of Archon. They once again need to gain life here. I think we might need to find a wasteland here, to be honest. Or a swords. Okay. Me flipping my oh, that was nice. I'm getting in with the trapper while I can, while the getting's good. Okay, let's see what they do here. Let's see if they drain me first. No, they're gaining life. Guess I'm going to let this happen. They now have to pump, and what I end up doing... Oh, they're just jumping. Okay. This puts them to 2. And what I do is I take their graveyard away now. I just do it proactively. I flipped my guy, but no, I didn't flip my guy. All right. And now I should just kill them in the air here. Mm-hmm. There's nothing in the graveyards. We got a basking root wall. What's really cool is my Frenzied Trap Breaker will stay a Frenzied Trap Breaker. Because no one can ever cast 2 spells with Archon on the table. That was a really great game. An improbable win from us. But our opponent put up a hell of a scrap, I will say that. Now, I remember it all now. We played for a trophy with this build. And I lost in game 3 to Hogak Vine. And one of the reasons I lost was I had 3 Ravenous Traps in my board. And Ravenous Trap against, like, Hogak Vine in particular, Hollow Vine is nullified by Root Walls. You are not able to use your Ravenous Traps because they only discard 2 cards or 1 card because Root Wall is going to exile and come into play. I found them ineffective, and I think they're too slow. And what this deck needs is instant speed removal for the graveyards to be able to compete with these types of decks. So I've moved to Surgical Extraction. And we'll see how we do with that. Grafdigger's Cage is more reasonable against Hogak Vine than it is against Hollow Vine. Reason being is that they have Bloodghasts in addition to their Vengevines. We definitely want Boseiju. We definitely want Tabernacle. I could see a world where Ramanap is actually pretty good, despite I think it might be hard to cast it. I do not think Thalia is an effective card in this matchup. I do not think Collector Roof is an overly effective card in this matchup. So what's very close to equivalent boarding here? Endurance is good. Ramanap is reasonable. Archon is huge. Luminarch, Time Walk, Outlanders are Hollow One killers. Hierarch is important. I like my surgicals. Misstep is pretty good for hitting a Deathrite Shaman, or if they go the slow road, a Stitcher. I don't mind that. I like all of my lands. Of note, I have a forest and an island to play around. Wasteland. What is the least effective card here for us? I don't think we need 4 Liberators. Okay, guys, let's take this in. Okay, so the first thing of note is the mana is very awkward. If they don't have a Mox, this might be okay, and we might be able to clean up a mess if we draw a card with an Endurance. I'm going to try this out. It's a very reactive hand, but hopefully we can draw out of it. And if they have like a super powerful start, then with a Mox, then we're in a lot of trouble. My opponent's mulling into 2 cards. Okay, well, 1 card. Well, I think we can beat a 1-card hand. with all likelihood. Body bag, I've been there. And I do feel bad for you. It's not how you want the things to go down. But my opponent looks like they're going to play. And I can appreciate that. Okay. What's funny is if my opponent just pops a hollow one into play or something off their bazaar, I mean, they're going to need another card in their hand. There's a chance that we could get into trouble. I guess not because we have the tabby, but like our hand is not very good. Land. Oh dear. We got all these wonderful cards. Had we drawn a Plains there, being able to play Luminarch would have been just huge. Plains. Okay. I would venture to say we're not looking very strong here. This was kind of, I don't think had they had a reasonable hand, we would have been able to win with this hand. Like, not drawing a land 4 turns in a row is like no joke. And like them finding this here, right? And this is pretty good. They found a wooded foothills. So already my tabernacle's looking pretty bad here. Am I going to cast a root walla here? Deathrite is solid, yep. Wow, guys, this is like horrendous. Well, I mean, I'm not going to wasteland them right here. Maybe I should. The thing is, if I get wastelanded, I have an ancestral. Let's not fool around here. Things have not worked out, but I'm not here to not take away their lands. They only have 3 lands in their deck if they're playing a traditional build. They have a Taiga, Badlands, and a what's the other one? Bayou. Okay. Okay. Turn 5. I have not seen a land. A little bit disappointing. Mox, my lord, is that bad? That was rough. Okay. I don't know what to say here, guys. Like, all of these cards are like... I hate to ditch the Archon, but we're really far away from it. Like, that Mox was like one of their best draws. And I mean, what is happening here is very low prevalence on my side of things. Like, I have gone 6 turns without finding a land. That's 7 right there. And just highly improbable. to besiege you. I'd love if they besieged here. Oh, once upon a time. Yep. I think we could lose this game, guys. We've gone 7 turns without finding a land. And of course, our hand was a gamble. Stitcher Supplier, yeah. We got a discard here. I guess I just discard a Noble Hierarch. Yep. And like a Hogak could be coming down here. I'm going to cast a Supplier. Yep. And they can cast a Gak, and there's game. I can't respond. They hit a Gak. Okay, they're going to give me an out here. Wow. I feel like I need to keep the Noble Hierarch. They should have just cast the Gak right away there. Very lucky. There it is. There it is. Okay, well, I'm going to get a basic forest here. Oh, I cannot. Tropical Island then. Okay, I'm going to cast my guy here. And if they somehow are able to Hogak again, then we do have a swords in hand. It took me 8 turns to find my first land. Do they have another friggin' Once Upon a Time? I've never seen someone cast 3 once, hard cast 3 Once Upon a Times. I guess the first one was free. They did find a Bazaar. Okay. I mean, another Gak could be incoming. And I am going to have to actually find a land here. So they just let that fall. Okay. There's a Bloodghast. They are going to pay for their death rate. Okay. This has been a really interesting game, despite horrific on both of our ends. My opponent mulliganed to 1 and is very much in this game. Yep. I don't even really have the luxury of wastelanding right now. Let's see what they can do. Okay, Hollow One is a good one. Okay. Oof, thank you. Let's get our buddy down. Better late than never. So our engines are turning a little bit here. We have 5 more minutes on our clock than our opponent. Yeah, this has been a very polarizing game of Magic, or match of Magic. Assuming my opponent's going to let some of these go, yeah. And let the Bloodghast go, very, very likely. No? Okay. Just wants to get the damage in. I can appreciate that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the opportunity to ancestral myself here. Just going to take the hit for the 6 here this turn, and next turn I can start cleaning up the mess. We're going to get a white source, I think. Great. That's what we need. There we go. I think I can just afford to kill their... Like, the Bazaar is good, but it doesn't do anything with Lavinia anymore. I think I just kill the Bayou. I'm like, I can't really afford to take another hit from all of these things, but they can't keep it. 1, 2, 3. I guess they can. Maybe I just swords the... maybe I just don't need to be a hero this turn. Maybe I just swords the hollow one after they've paid for it. Us finding that Mox was very nice of note. I feel like we're in control of this game. Badlands and Bayou are gone. Okay. I don't think it really matters. Gonna cast a Liberator here. As a matter of fact, I might just cast this guy too. Ties up a lot of our mana, but now this will stifle the attack, and we can get in for 3. Of note, my opponent is at 19 life still, 22 life. But if they don't do something here, my guy is going to flip. That's going to be really good. They cannot attack through this. Now, one of the routes they still have available to them is the Vengevine route. So maybe I'm playing a little bit too coy here. If they get a vine in the yard, I guess I could just block with this on the vine. They can still, their creatures will be countered, but a vine in the yard. Okay. There is a vine. All right, that's not ideal. That was pretty good from my opponent. I mean, I could take a hit from the vine, actually. Okay, so this will be countered, but they do bring their vine back. So speak of the devil. And a land will bring back the Bloodghast. But they cannot pay for all of these. They did find a land too. Impressive. Okay. That was a really good effort from my opponent there. They didn't attack, but they can't pay for them. I guess they're going to just kill my tab. That's pretty reasonable. Time walk. I can get in for 5. What I'm going to do here, guys, I think they have to go after my Tabernacle here if they want to have a chance. I think that this is a tiny bit greedy, but if they go after my Tabernacle, which I think they're going to, that's good news for me. Yes. Now the strain is off me. When this flips, it's going to be a big guy. Oh no, it doesn't flip because I cast a creature. Duh. All right, we got a game. We got a game, folks. These death rates are going to drain me out. That's their plan. Ghast of note. Okay. I mean, they're grinding here. Oh, hello. What do I want to put them on? I can make it a 5/5. They can't kill it. Cannot be pyroblasted. There's a Gak. Mm-hmm. You got it. I'm going to get rid of that black source very soon. I'm going to take their vines here. Bloodghasts are tempting too, but the vines are a problem. They have a taiga. Okay. Maybe that was a little bit greedy doing that. No, I don't have a real good blocker on my end, but that's what it is. Really should have surgical done their turn. I keep forgetting to flip this thing, and I really do want to flip it. Okay. This is getting pretty scary here. I have not played this last sequence well. Yeah, like, here they come, right? I have to block. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I can't really afford to take all this damage. I don't want to take any damage. That was just horrendous by me. Horrendous. Okay, there we go. All right, that was a draw I needed. This Trap Breaker is going to get their mocks. Which is big game. They are going to drain me. Yep. Gain some life, okay. I think I just do it now. I realize I'm putting a lot of good cards back in their library, but I just don't think it's worth me fooling around here. There you go. Like, what's a guy gonna do? What is a guy gonna do? I still could lose this. Jesus. I just would love a swords, guys. Maybe I attack with Lavinia now. Problem with that is Hogak is a problem. They have to block one of them. This is a bit crazy. They're playing to the Hogak line. They did not kill on my Lavinia though, which is something. Okay. I did hit a ghast. And they found a land too. Jesus. It's coming down on the wire here. So, yes, I guess maybe I just block it. Maybe I just chump this thing as to give them no outs. I think I'm just going to block it. I don't really want to go down any further on life here. Do they have another black source? They do in their library because I shuffled it back. Okay, Archon is good. Guess I'll cast it main phase, see if they screw their fetch land up. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Oh, they can't fetch. They're at 1. Yeah, I just go with everything. There's nothing they can do. What a match that was, guys. Jeez. Oh, they can gain life. It's not over. I like that block I made on the Bloodghast there. All right. That was a hell of a set of games. I don't even know what to say about this game 2 here, or game 1 for that matter. My opponent mulliganed to 1 game 2 to 1 and decided to play it out. And I kept on land with 2 wastelands and a tabernacle for 7, and I didn't draw my first blue source until turn 8. And my opponent was able to Once Upon a Time for free and then hardcast 2 Once Upon a Times, found their way into this game. And I mean, like, I barely won. Like, that was what an incredible match that was. I hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as I did. And please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time.